Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping national news this Sunday, the COVID-19 pandemic has been a blow for not only the Bahamas, but the global community. The Minister of Tourism says the country's #1 industry has seen a significant drop and recovery will not happen overnight. Cleopatra Murphy has more.
The World Travel and Tourism Council projects that 174 million travel and tourism jobs could be lost across the globe in 2020 if travel restrictions implemented during the COVID-19 pandemic remain in place. Minister of Tourism and Aviation, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, gave the statistics during the Ministry of Tourism's recent press conference, noting that 7 months after the Bahamas put in place its own measures that included shutting down the borders, the Bahamas is currently experiencing this reality. This is as major hotel properties like Baha Mar and Atlantis continue to be closed and thousands of employees remain furloughed. With this reality and as the Bahamas reopens with new protocols, de Aguilar says reopening with caution will be crucial.
Tourism is the heart of our economy and accounts for 50% of our entire GDP and 65% of our employment. We must safely reopen and restart our tourism sector so that we as a nation can begin to recover. I firmly believe that together, and with the support and participation from every single member of our community, we can move the needle from survive to thrive.
De Aguilar says the ongoing pandemic continues to have a devastating impact on the tourism sector, not just in the Bahamas. According to the World Tourism Organization, international tourism is down a large 70%. With such declines, the minister says after the record-breaking 2019, the Bahamas will take some time to regain its tourism numbers.
Put another way, if we used to get 7.2 million tourists a year, as we did just last year in 2019, the best we can expect right now is 2.2 million tourists a year, a reduction of a staggering 5 million tourists.
When it comes to how many tourists will be coming into the country with the reopening, Director General of Tourism Joy Jibrilu says she does not expect a significant rise immediately, but the Travel Health Unit had approved 1,000 applicants for the first week of November.
So while we don't expect these numbers to be particularly anywhere near they would have been, even at the beginning of this year, we can look at those numbers at the end of November, looking towards Thanksgiving and coming up to Christmas. And I think it would be great to track where we are now and how we ramp up and how we are ramping up. We need to continue to restore confidence in the market. We need to show that we are committed to the path that we're on. Our airline partners, our travel and tour agents, that's what they're looking for.
With the country hoping to increase its tourist numbers, de Aguilar says health officials are also making the effort to ensure that when a prospective visitor presents a negative RT-PCR COVID-19 test, it is legitimate, factoring in the type of test and when it was taken.
When you've looked at these results a million times, you get familiar with what a lab result looks like from a particular lab. And if you haven't heard of the lab, there's a way that you can go online and search to see if that lab is properly accredited. So there are agencies and organizations in the United States, like the CDC, that accredit a particular lab. And once you know the name of the lab and the address of that lab, put in the zip code of where that lab is, or put in the identifying number of that lab, and you can go and see if that lab is accredited.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.